EcoWorld Development Group is acquiring 403.78 acres of land in Mukim Senai, Johor for 211.07 million cash to develop a business park that will be known as Eco Business Park 6. Eco Business Park 6 will have an estimated gross development value of 1.58 billion, catering to medium and light industrial businesses. EcoWorld said that this will allow the group to solidify its growing industrial market share further and strengthen its competitive position in Iskandar, Malaysia. It acquired the land from IOI Prima Property, which is a 99% owned unit of IOI Properties. The purchase consideration was calculated at the rate of 12 ringgit per square foot and arrived at on a willing buyer, willing seller basis after considering the land's prospects, its connectivity to highways and population catchment. Over the past decade, EcoWorld recorded total sales of 30.7 billion, of which 4.2 billion came from its business park segment. With this most recent purchase, EcoWorld's total industrial land bank has now increased to 2,416 acres, of which 1,647 acres of that is situated in Iskandar, Malaysia. EcoWorld now has under its portfolio 5 sizable industrial parks, comprising 4 in Iskandar, Malaysia and 1 in Selangor. President and CEO Datuk Chang Kim Wah says this buy will help it to further grow its market share and cater to a wider range of industrial customers, which augurs well for future growth. He adds that EcoWorld firmly believes that the growth momentum in Iskandar, Malaysia will continue unabated as it is backed by extensive infrastructure improvement, most notably the ongoing construction of the Johor Bahru Singapore Rapid Transit System. EcoWorld says that the positive news flow surrounding Iskandar, Malaysia should also benefit its numerous township projects there, namely Eco Botanic, Eco Spring and Eco Tropics, among others. Former 1MDB General Counsel Jasmine Loo is currently being investigated by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission for alleged involvement in corruption and money laundering, said its Chief Commissioner Tan Sri Azam Baki. He was quoted by Bernama as saying that MACC investigating officers had been recording statements from Loo, who is currently under police custody since Monday. Azam was speaking to reporters after launching the National Governance, Integrity and Anti-Corruption Research Conference. To recap, on Monday, Deputy Inspector General of Police Datuk Sri Ayub Khan Maidin Piche said 2 Pablo Picasso paintings, luxury watches and high-end condominiums in London, the US and Switzerland were among the assets seized. He said the assets worth 93.2 million were believed to have been obtained as a result of misappropriation of 1MDB funds. On July 7th, Loo, who is believed to have been part of fugitive Low-Tech Joe's inner circle and possessed information regarding 1MDB, surrendered herself at the Dangwangi Police Headquarters. Paramount Corp is expecting to report stronger earnings for the second half of FY 2023, driven by new launches and ongoing efforts to improve its return on assets. The group, which recorded property sales of 617 million in the first half, has planned property launches worth 700 million in GDV for the second half on the back of stronger product offerings and recovering demand for home buying. Group CEO Jeffrey Chew Son Tieng said that its earnings recognition and future cash flow will be backed by its unveiled sales of 1.5 billion for the rest of the year. The Klang Valley makes up 76% of unbilled sales, with the remaining 24% coming from Kedah and Penang. Chu added that for the first half, the group's unsold inventory level was low at 56 million, a drop of 3% compared to the preceding quarter. Meanwhile, Chu said the overall property sector's outlook remains muted as the inflationary environment and higher interest rates had affected buyer sentiment. He adds that buyers' expectations with regard to affordable housing products had also not been met, with suitable property launches by developers further dragging the industry's outlook. K&M Group's shares topped the most actively traded list on Bursa Malaysia today, following the news that a group of shareholders sought to remove the company's existing directors. The counter rose to a 15-month high of 13.5 cent in early morning trade before losing some ground to close at 12 cent as at the end of Wednesday. This is still 20% higher than its Tuesday's close of 10 cent. Trading volume stood at over 500 million shares. Year to date, the stock has more than doubled from 5 cent on December 3rd 30th, 2022. To recap, K&M received a notice from a group of shareholders led by German businessman Andreas Hischen to remove its entire board of directors. Hischen, who emerged as the second largest shareholder with a 7.91% stake on September 1st, is known as the majority owner of German-based firearms manufacturer Heckler & Koch. Among others, the shareholders sought to replace K&M's current chairman, Tunku Dato' Yaakob Khaira. Yaakob is K&M's largest shareholder with a 9.44% indirect stake. K&M shares have underperformed since late last year after the company fell into Practice Note 17 status when it was unable to address its current liabilities positions after the proposed sale of its machinery and equipment outfit Borsig fell through. Perak Corp has denied the allegations of fraud and non-disclosure of land assets by Paramount Grace Director Paramjit Singh Gubartan Singh. In a boss filing, Perak Corp called the allegations made by Paramjit malicious and unsubstantiated. The company added that it has lodged a police report in relation to the allegations made by Paramjit and is seeking legal advice concerning this matter. Perak Corp was responding to the Edge Malaysia Weekly's report titled More Allegations of Fraud Against Perak Corp. According to the report, on August 19th, Paramjit filed a complaint at the Travers Police Station for fraud in connection with Perak Corp's land assets, which the company had claimed to own under its own creditor scheme of arrangement as announced to Bursa Malaysia in December 2020. This is in relation to the sale and purchase agreement entered between Perak Corp and Kimpo Tat Feed Mill announced on August 9th to dispose of a leasehold agricultural land measuring 110 acres in Kampar for 5.5 million ringgit cash. Paramount Grace is one of Perak Corp's creditors. It was awarded a contract for mechanical and electrical works at Movie Animation Park Studios, operated by Animation Theme, in which Perak Corp has a stake. It was worth noting that in mid-December 2020, Paramount Grace was included in the creditor's scheme of arrangement after Perak Corp fell into Practice Note 17 status in February 2020.